It's great to see you today on the Raven's Nest, finding hope and spirit in these interesting times. And don't forget to subscribe. Still, we're all technically neighbors. We're
Mm.
all members of the United States of America.
But
So
there's a group
technically,
of
we're
people
all
that don't
neighbors.
think that that's not
Right,
what they think, and that is what's
exactly.
being exploited and accelerated like an accelerant.
Hmm.
That's
And
exactly what it is.
right.
They don't
And
think of. There was one. There was I saw an interview with a woman who was a veteran and was abused by these people, and they were calling her, or they, I don't know, it,
mhm.
like in front, like to at her, it.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. And uh
It's a
And so this
it's
whole
yeah, it's not
question
good.
of the dehumanization of people, and watching, well, and it's easy to dehumanize from both directions. Because when I see people in masks behaving the way they're behaving, it's easy for me to go, you know what, those are just a bunch of imbeciles. And if I had weapons, I would fight them, you know? And even though I want peace and I want to move around the world in a peaceful way, it's easy to move into an anger place. And so um, it's a very difficult and sticky situation. How do we go about maintaining peaceful protest in a time when the people we are protesting against are definitely not peaceful? And I saw where a bishop in one of the churches basically said, it's time for the clergy to put their houses in order and write their wills and
Be
be on the
prepared
front
because it's time
lines
to put our
and
bodies
stop
in.
this. Right. And so that's a huge statement to basically recognize that just like in Iran, many of the protesters have been many people who've been killed,
Hmm.
and thousands. And is it worth standing up to the um, anger and the evil that we see and maintaining our peacefulness, even if it cost our lives? And I think that's one of the things that some of the, if you just comply, you'll be okay. If you just comply, you'll be safe. People are having trouble wrapping their heads around is that those of us who are protesting this and those of us who are willing to stand at the front and say enough is enough are willing to die for that. It's not just they're willing to fight for it. We're willing to die for it, which is in some ways a much more powerful statement than we're willing to fight for it.
Hmm.
And getting into that mindset, because it's easy to get into that mindset, if they're coming for me, I'm not getting on the train without taking as many with me as I can. It's easy to get into that mindset, but it's much more difficult to walk the path of I'm willing to die for this, and it's important enough that I'm willing to not fight for
And it's
this.
been well documented by different scholars who study these, watch these unfortunate eras that pop up all over the world, is that it is
Mhm,
the nonviolent that has a vastly more uh, significant potential of working, even though it
mhm,
may take longer than what anyone would like. Is
mhm,
it is the path. It's the hard path because that you're right. The temptation. Humans are fiery, right? But
mhm.
the nonviolent is the way.
We're glad you joined us today on The Raven's Nest, finding hope and spirit in interesting times. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like what you hear, give us a big thumbs up. We'll see you next time.